all the best boxing content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and punch that bell for notifications.
Taking off the Connecticut Defenders AA baseball team jersey, trying to win over the home fans, is Andre Birdo, 22 years old, came in at 148.5, and the product of one of the most unique sports fathers you will ever hear about. Here is the list of Andre's great amateur success that came about from his dad, Giselle. Giselle is a former mixed martial artist who would make Andre run everywhere around town, so much that the other kids simply referred to him as Forrest Gump. There goes Giselle. And there is Gerardo Prieto. He comes from Utah. He's 27 years old, 3 inches shorter than Andre. He's 5'3" as a pro. No knockouts, but he's never been knocked down in his career. Dick Flaherty is the ref. It is scheduled for 4 rounds. And based on what we've seen out of Birdo in his career, you never know how long it's going to go.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay, touch him up, guys. Good luck.
Prieto took this fight on 10 days' notice. Only 4 rounds, so you don't get too concerned about his condition. But if I was in the corner of Birdo, I'd say test that stomach. Maybe Prieto didn't have time to do sit-ups.
Round 1 scheduled for 4. Birdo, back home in Florida, his friends and family call him Mike. Andre is legal name, and it was always used through the amateurs and now into his pro career after so much amateur success that included 2004 Olympics.
You could see that pro style of Birdo even coming right out of the Olympics with that terrific amateur background. He represented Haiti in the 2004 Olympics in Greece. He's set to punch. He likes to come forward, and he likes to throw big hard punches like that.
And that's why we say don't blink when Andre Birdo fights.
6, 7, 8. Put your hands up.
Still 2 minutes to go in round number 1. Birdo, very patient for a young prospect, taking his time.
Right, don't hit, let him out.
You see an ability of Prieto to use his legs. He'd be well served to continue showing that ability. Use the ring. Keep Birdo, who's a lot stronger, off balance, because Birdo likes to be set to do his damage. And again, as I was saying before he scored the knockdown, Birdo, a good pro prospect and a guy that has that pro style. Throws everything hard, always looking to come forward. Doesn't waste a lot. And he usually is always set to do that, to punch.
You can hear his punches. The left hand thudded in and then came with a big right hand moments ago. Big start for Andre Birdo.
You wonder why some guys are set to punch and others aren't. Just look at the foundation, the legs of Birdo. He brings them with him when he wants to get closer to his opponent to unleash his hands. He does not reach with his upper body. If your legs aren't there, your upper body cannot be effective. Birdo always makes sure his legs are there when the hands are moving.
From Florida, if you're wondering why he was an Olympian for Haiti, he had a disqualification that was upheld, and he was set to be part of Team USA, but he wasn't given the spot because of a disqualification in the Olympic trials. That spot went to the very, very solid prospect, Vanis Matarosian. So instead, Birdo was a one-man team for Haiti, using his Haitian roots to make the Olympics. Coming to the end of round number 1, Birdo scored the knockdown.
On the break.
Here's a look at the knockdown scored in the last round by Birdo.
Over here.
The right hand behind the head.
Over here, Andre.
A good hard jab that preceded that.
Let's get in the game. Listen to me.
22-year-old Andre Birdo in the red with blue trim, undefeated, 11-0 with 9 knockouts. Gerardo Prieto, the opponent tonight, 5-3-1. He had never been even knocked down in his career, but he couldn't survive that first round from hitting the canvas as Birdo scored that knockdown. Stiff jab, then the right hand.
As you mentioned in the last round, Birdo Looked like he was destined to represent the U.S. team, was disqualified during the Olympic trials. He was the #1 amateur in the United States. And you mentioned that the man who went was Vanes Martirosyan. That man 2 fights ago, Prieto lost a 6-round decision to him.
Good right uppercut, so maybe we can compare the two prospects.
I'm sure that Birdo would love to be able to put that on his resume and say, yeah, the guy who replaced me in the Olympic trials representing the United States beat Prieto in a 6-round decision. I knocked him out. Young fighters love to have bragging rights for things like that.
And Birdo's not too bashful about those bragging rights. He's a very likable young man, but a very confident man. Had a very interesting quote he said to us today. He said, a lot of fighters today don't see what I see. The Roman gladiators didn't fight for the WBA and IBF and WBC. They fought to win over the crowd. Applause was the reward. That's a great attitude to take if you want to have a big money career.
Right, don't hit.
Great attitude. And right now, a direction to take maybe for the very overwhelmed and challenged Prieto is to maybe in spots to move to his right and use the right hand, because if you watch, Birdo will keep that left hand down out of the punching chamber. Just watch Birdo in spots. He'll keep that left hand way down, and he has to bring it up to punch. That's an opportunity for Prieto to go to the right when he knows that that left hand is not working.
Up on his toes, circling around to the left now. Tries to stick out the jab. Birdo quick to return. Whoa, digs deep for that left hand.
Right now what Berto's is trying to do is trap Prieto, movement to a corner, and catch him either standing still or retreating. Birdo wants to force Prieto into a spot where he'll stop the punch, Joe. You can see it. And when he does, he's going to look to time him. He missed the opportunity there, but he's going to look to time Prieto as he falls in, as he looks to grab.
Good body shot with the right hand. Birdo chopping away. Coming to the halfway point, Prieto trying to survive. Good left hand scores there. And is in a real challenge in his career here against the hard-punching Birdo.
Prieto, who's 5-3-1 with 0 knockouts, has nothing to keep Birdo off him, and Birdo knows it.
Right hand scores there. He went down in the first round. That was the first time Prieto's ever been down in his career. He has never been stopped. The punches in round 2, big numbers for Birdo.
Right, let him out. Let him out. Watch your holding, guys.
Right hand again from Birdo.
And again, you can see Birdo, even though he's anxious to score a knockout, not using his jab or real line, looking for all big power shots, but he's bringing those feet. He's not getting over anxious where he's letting his upper body get ahead of his lower body. He's in position to do what he's doing now, legs under him. Again, I think Birdo, we said it at the beginning, Joe, would be better served to concentrate on the body. A body that Prieto, on quick notice, had no time to condition.
Absorbed an uppercut there. And you can see the right hand coming from under, and that's the left hand. And for the second time, Prieto is down.
5, 6,
and right now,
7,
Prieto hesitated
8.
a moment before he got up. He's contemplating how much longer he wants to be here.
Short right hand from Birdo. Backs him up with a left hand. Has time to dance, but why? He goes down again, just crumbles under the force, and the towel has been thrown into the corner. Referee Dick Flaherty doesn't see it yet, but the corner of Prieto has seen enough. He is being destroyed. This fight is over.
And you can see Birdo, his intentions never wavered. He was looking to land hard punches from the first bell to the last bell. He was in position. He was doing it 2 ways. He was trying to trap Prieto, whose only chance was to flee and try to survive. He was trying to catch him in front of him when he got him into a position, and then Birdo was trying to catch Prieto when he would go out, when he would try to escape, catch him on the way out.
The big action came in round number 3. He had a good jab and a right hand that scored a knockdown in the first round, and then Berto went hunting after Prieto. Here's knockdown number 1.
All right, over there.
Right hand starts to damage, and then there's the right uppercut. You could see Berto saw that Prieto was leading forward and understood the uppercut would bring him up.
For the official particulars, let's send it to the ring to Generous Joe Antonacci.
Boxing fans, the time, 1 minute and 52 seconds in the third round. Referee Dick Flaherty stops the contest. Your winner by technical knockout, still undefeated, Berto.
One of the most promising and exciting prospects in the game today. Berto, now 12-0 with 10 knockouts.